Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets. Hi everybody, Dan Illman and Mike Beer, the DRF Bets race of the day for Friday, May the 13th. Race number 7 at Santa Anita. It is an entry-level allowance with a $20,000 optional claiming condition, and it's for Calbred, 3-year-old fillies. But before we get to the analysis, keep in mind that we've got the Preakness Bonus Bucks promotion going on right now. Use the DRF Bets iPhone or Android app to bet $10 or more to win on any one horse in the race of the days between May 8th and May the 17th. If your horse doesn't win but comes in second or third, you'll earn a $10 bonus, get up to $100 cash for the Preakness Stakes. Let's take a look at the field for race number 7 on Friday the 13th at Santa Anita. And remember, you're going to want to scan the QR code at the bottom of this screen to access the race of the days on mobile. View free Formulator past performances for this race on the race of the day event page, drf.com. Take a peek, handicap along with us. Mike, the most pertinent question of this race is this. If you like the number 7, Smooth Like Butter, what do you think the margarine of victory will be?
Oh, God. I don't even know where to go with that. I'm just happy that you had to say the horse's name and not me. I don't know, Dan. This horse never wins, so I'm not going to project a margin of victory for that horse. To me, the key to the race is sort of towards the middle, Dan. There's a second-time starter who's a little bit of a wild card, and then 2 horses who are second off the layoff, who I think are both going to run better in here.
I'm on point today, friends. You can believe that. Let's take a look at the Timeform US pace projector for this race. I think this pace could heat up because the 4 Pray for My Owner is fast. The 2 Race Judicata also has a good amount of speed, and their best game occurs when they are on the lead. I think there's a chance it heats up, and a horse like Luxury Liner or a horse like Teddy's Barino, they could maybe fall into stalking trips.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I do think there's a chance those 2 horses hook up. I'm not, they have Pray for My Owner out there making the lead a little bit faster than the 2. That might be the case, that I'm not sure if it is.
Luxury Liner, the number 1, would benefit from a fast pace up front. She's a 4-time winner. She's making her 3rd start off of a lengthy layoff. Her most recent start, she kind of got hung out outside a little bit. Her Beyer did improve to a career best 71, which is not too far off the Beyer par for this level at 73. I think she's going to offer a decent price for solid connections, and if the pace is fast, you can at least get a piece.
Yeah, it was a little odd. Maybe the ride she got last time, they did keep her sort of towards the outside. She didn't run that well, but maybe the trip did her in a little bit. I don't know how to feel about it, Dan. She got a new top figure for it, but I didn't think she ran that well. And her prior four wins in her career, they're all against claiming competition, and I just wonder if this isn't too tough for her.
Another horse making the 3rd start off of a lengthy layoff is the number 2, Race Judicata. And I'm interested in your thoughts on her last race. We're going to take a peek at it right now. This race was on April Thursday at Santa Anita, and this pace was solid. I wouldn't say it was blazing, but it was contested. And Race Judicata, of the pace horses, finished best when running 3rd. The winner of the race would come back to win again on turf with a 79 Beyer. She was dismissed at a huge price in this race, and she ran pretty well.
She did. I mean, listen, certainly she ran better than Luxury Liner and, for that matter, Pray for My Owner, who was terrible in here. But I don't know that she had, some kind of huge excuse, Dan. I mean, I did think she ran a pretty solid race that day, and I do think she'll be forward in this race. I don't know, man. Did she really, take a big step forward in that race, though? She upped her figure to a 75. And at the end of the day, she was really no match at the end for that field.
Drizel is really interesting, Mike. She was just purchased for $35,000 at public auction. Might be a bargain for a lightly raced filly that already owns a little bit of black type, and she'll be getting Lasix for the first time. Her last start, I'm really not interested in. They ran her in the Golden Gate Fields debutante on a synthetic surface. Some of her fast track races, Mike, at 2 earned figures that I think would be very comparable if she can just improve a little bit at 3.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's a dangerous horse in here. The trainer change, or the new trainer here is not going to be a problem for this horse. She also gets Lasix now. She ran some really good races as a 2-year-old. It's all about whether she develops, Dan, and takes a step forward from 2 to 3, which is certainly possible. I'm a little bothered that, the 3 times, I guess this does include that Golden Gate race, which you don't have to be hard on her for, but the 2 6 furlong races, the 1 7 furlong race, they're her worst performances by far. She was way better in those short sprint distances last year, 4.5, 5 furlong races.
Good point. Maybe she was just a precocious 2-year-old and the others have caught up. The 4 is Pray for My Owner. And you mentioned that Pray for My Owner didn't run very well last time, but she certainly had an excuse. It was her first race off of a lengthy layoff. She was part of that contested pace we were talking about. She probably benefits greatly from a fitness perspective off that effort.
Yeah, I think that's the key to the race in a lot of ways, Dan. I mean, she was bad off the layoff last time, but I guess you could just look at it and say she got involved a little bit and she really, really needed the start. They didn't ride her that hard in the race. So I wonder if they knew that maybe they're sending a short horse out there and she'll be, a little bit better this time. A couple of her races that she ran last year, including one off the layoff where she broke her maiden. She runs one of those in here. This field's probably in pretty big trouble.
Now, we've talked about several horses already that have come close to the Beyer par at this level. One horse that is not is the 5 Norris Princess. But Norris Princess has only run once, and she did some pretty good things in that state-bred maiden special weight. We're going to take a look at it right now. She had to break from the inside post. Like a lot of first-time starters breaking from that intimidating rail position, she didn't break very well, but she did show some moxie and pass some horses late. Must she improve? Yes, but maybe she'll get the right pace set up.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, she does have to take a pretty significant step forward here, but she did some good things first time out. Slow start. I thought she looked a little green up the backstretch, and then she came wide. And I like the way that she finished in there to get the job done. It was a little bit of a closer's race, so maybe she took advantage, Dan, but she did some good things first time out.
Turf to Dirt worked pretty well for the 6 Teddy's Barino in her one and only dirt start 2-back. That was in the Fleet Treat Stakes at Del Mar for Cal Reds. We're going to look at that race right now. And Teddy's Barino battled it out for the lead with the eventual winner, and she just got a little bit tired at the end of this race. It was a pretty solid race. There was no closing going on, but the third place finisher did come back to run second in the Grade 1 Del Mar Oaks with a 91 Beyer speed figure. Now, Teddy's Barino went to the sidelines after this race, came back with a good turf effort. I think from a fitness standpoint, I don't know. I think she's supposed to move forward second off the layoff. She probably works out a good trip tracking the pace on the outside. She seems rather logical.
I agree with all those things, Dan. I certainly viewed her as a major contender in this race. I think there's an argument to be made that she's better on turf than she is on dirt, but she ran well in that only dirt start, and it was against a good field.
You mentioned that Smooth Like Butter rarely wins, and that's true. 1 for 27 lifetime. Can pick up the pieces occasionally if the pace is quick. 7 seconds, 7/3. She ran second in the race we're going to show you right now. A very similar spot back at Santa Anita on April the 16th, going 5.5. She fell behind early. She got up for second. The 5th place horse did come back to win with a 70 Beyer. But to me, she's just kind of the filly that needs to have a lot of things go her own way. And 5-1 for me is just too light on the morning line.
Agree with all that. She might get a decent setup in this race, and we know that she'll run at the end of the race. She's just really hard to take on top, Dan. She never gets there.
Little Grazen is interesting because she's kind of one of the more prolific winners in this field. She has won 6 times. She's a hard-hitting veteran. And in her first start off the claim, she just didn't get off to a good start. She was able to finish third behind Smooth Like Butter. But I don't know. I think closers kind of did pretty well in that race. She is solid. To me, though, her Beyer speed figures recently are just too light to make her a strong contender.
That was my problem too. Her recent form just isn't good enough for me. She has back races. I mean, you have to go back to 2020, but she's got races back there that would make her really, really tough in here. I just don't know if she's that horse anymore.
Fun race for the Friday the 13th card at Santa Anita. Before we get to our top selections, I want to remind everybody, please subscribe to the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel. Triple Crown season, we're in the midst of it right now, and it's an exciting time with Rich Strike pulling off the huge upset in the Kentucky Derby. Click the subscribe button on the DRF YouTube channel. Get access to all our videos. Top pick time for our Friday race of the day. Pray for My Owner. You are expecting substantial improvement. Second off the layoff. Is she going to the top? Is she sitting off race judicata?
Yeah, I think they're going to use her speed here. I do think she can make the lead, but even if she doesn't, I don't know if that not necessarily compromises her that much, Dan. I think she will run better here second off the layoff, and I just think that 5-1 morning line is a very generous price.
Race Judicata won third start of the form cycle last time. I think she's going to do it again here using her early speed. And I think she's racing herself back into shape. Did best of the pace horses last time out. 4-6-2-3 for Mike, 2-6-1-4 for me. The Friday the 13th race of the day from the Great Race Place. It's the 7th at Santa Anita. Good luck.